Hello YouTube world, my name is Nicholas Montez and you're watching my YouTube channel, The Teenage Movie Critic, and welcome back to another YouTube channel, everybody. I'm so excited to have y'all back together again, and in today's video, we're going to be doing the epic trilogy ranking, where I'm going to be ranking all 3 Godfather movies. This past weekend, I finally finished the whole trilogy, and so I thought we would go ahead and get started talking about The Godfather. So, let's go ahead and start doing that. So while The Godfather Part 3 is in last place, I still think it's a great film. I gave it like an A-. Pretty much all these movies are A-minuses for me. And The Godfather Part 3 is still a great film. And on the positives, of course, just the performances from everybody is, of course, I think, great. I'm surprised that this movie isn't on the top tier like the first films with Rotten Tomatoes. The first 2 films have like 90-something% Rotten Tomatoes. This one has 86, which is still fresh, but it's kind of crazy how kind of low it is. But, you know, all the performances were just so powerful. And I also loved that we got to see, you know, Al Pacino as Vito Corleone, or, you know, the son of the mafia guy from the first movie, and how much he's changed. That he's becoming older and leading these mafias and all this stuff is kind of taking a toll on him. It's becoming a little bit much for him. And you also get to see him get a family. You get to see his daughter. You get to see all of this stuff happen. And what's so crazy is he doesn't want his family to get involved in it. And he doesn't, and then his daughter dies in the end. And even from the performance, especially when you just have his mouth open, he's like drooling a little bit, and it's silent because it's too painful to hear him scream. And that's what makes it so painful. So just the performance of Al Pacino in this film was fantastic. At the same time, the reason why it's in last place is that I feel like something had to be in last. And I don't necessarily feel like the specific storyline in this one, while I would say there was some shocking stuff, especially in that scene when, you know, you have a church going on and then you have all these murders being executed. Very powerful stuff. At the same time, the specific story for this one's not as memorable as the first 2 films, but still another great Godfather film, while at the same time not being the best ending to this trilogy. Now this one, I of course is like a lot better, and I think part of the reason for that is, number 1, the story. I love the way that this director was able to balance both of these stories, where he was able to balance the one that's going on in present day time with the son of Corleone, and then you go back to the 1910s of New York City when Italians immigrated to New York, and you get to see young Corleone. And it's so good. And even I was on watching this, I'm like, I even remember Robert De Niro was in one of the Godfather movies, and he plays the mafia guy as the young guy, and I'm thinking, wait, there's no way that this guy could possibly transform into him. And when you watch the movie, you see how he transforms, and it's like a cool performance. Like, I haven't seen Robert De Niro in much stuff. I normally have seen him in just the comedy films he's been in, but this is a powerful performance. I mean, it's not the best performance of his or anything. I liked him better in Killers of the Flower Moon, but the way that he was able to actually transform him, you can actually see Vito Corleone in him. It's very cool. But just in general, the reason why it's not number 1 is because, like I said, both stories are interesting. I kind of feel while I think doing both stuff is cool, I feel like it also had a struggle of what story they really wanted to tell. How does telling the story of Vito Corleone comment on what's going on in real time? So while I thought both stuff was cool, I kind of wish they stuck with a story that meant a bit better. Like I said, still a great film, but they could have picked a better story way to tell this. And easily coming in first place is the original Godfather. This is easily one of the best Mafia movies, and possibly one of the only Mafia movies that I've ever watched along with the other two. And I think what makes this film so good is that it kind of was a film that was an originality, where it wasn't really planning to do sequels, and then they decided to do sequels, and it's just such a good Mafia movie. At first I was thinking, you have this big boss man who gets all this news around people, and he goes in and takes action. And then you get like 30% of the movie, he like gets shot, and you think he dies. And so I'm thinking, so what's gonna happen the rest of the movie? Because I thought he was this person you cannot kill. He comes back and he's gonna kill you and your family. And once he dies, you start to realize you get all these other characters, which I didn't even think I would be interested in, but you actually get interested in as you go throughout the story and realize it's about this family. It's about the Mafia business, but you get to see the family of Corleone. And even the fact that I never actually knew that the dad from Elf was in here, R.I.P. to him. Fantastic performance in this film. But then you also just get a great performance from Al Pacino, where he dates a woman, but at the same time, he doesn't want to be in the family business. And that's another part of the thing that makes this film so great, is it exceeds your expectations. I thought the film was about the guy on the poster that I saw for many years, and it's not. It's more about Al Pacino's character rising up to become the next mob boss. And you see that where at first he did not want to be in the family business, and because of the events that happen throughout the film, he has to become the mob boss. And so when he does his first kill, it is powerful, power-inducing. And so, yeah, and then you actually get the actual death of Corleone, and so just powerful stuff. So easily, this is one of my favorite films of the Godfather trilogy. I love this movie. It's obviously not the most rewatchable film. It's a bit long, but I can forgive it for what it is. I still love it. I'm going to rewatch it next month for the anniversary. And that is my ranking of all 3 Godfather films. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.